There's a reason you can consume self-help for years and still feel like nothing really changes. It's not because you're lazy or broken. It's because you're caught in a system that is perfectly designed to give you hope up front and disappointment at the end. Think about it. You see a video, a book, a course that promises a new you by next week. Your heart jumps a little. You imagine yourself more disciplined, more confident, finally in control. That rush you feel right at the beginning, that's the first trap. Your brain gives you a dopamine hit for starting, not for finishing. Just buying the book or saving the reel already makes you feel like you've improved, even if your life looks exactly the same. So you start strong. New routine, fresh journal, clean diet. This time, I'm serious. For a few days, you're high on novelty. Then, the high fades. The routine stops being exciting and starts being work. And instead of seeing this as normal, you think, maybe this method just isn't for me. So you go hunting for the next thing. New planner, new protocol, new guru, different packaging, same cycle. Here's the brutal truth. A lot of what is called self-help is designed to be consumed, not completed. You're meant to feel inspired enough to buy, but not stable enough to graduate. On top of that, your own brain is quietly sabotaging you. First, confirmation bias. You don't approach self-help to be challenged. You approach it to be reassured. If a message fits what you already believe, I'm just a night owl, I'm an overthinker, it's my attachment style, you hold on to it like a diagnosis. Anything that threatens that identity, you unconsciously ignore. So, the most useful advice, the stuff that would actually force you to change, slides right past you. Then there's the Dunning-Kruger effect. You read a thread on habits, watch a breakdown of trauma, memorize a few quotes from a popular book, and suddenly you feel like you get it. You overestimate your understanding and underestimate the effort. You think, I know what to do, I just need to do it. But if knowing were enough, you'd already be living differently. Knowledge is cheap, skill is expensive. And skill requires repetition long after the excitement has died. And when things go wrong, fundamental attribution error kicks in. When you slip, you blame circumstances. Work was crazy. My family doesn't support me. I was just tired. But when you do manage a small win, you credit your character. I'm disciplined. I'm built different today. This keeps your story safe and your patterns intact. You never have to admit that maybe your system, not your schedule, is the problem. Now layer society on top of that. You live in a culture that worships productivity. If you're not grinding, you feel guilty. Improvement stops being a personal journey and becomes a performance. You're not becoming better for you. You're upgrading to stay competitive, to keep up, to prove you're not falling behind. Growth turns into another form of anxiety. Social media makes it worse. You see only highlight reels, the boss who wakes up at 4 a.m., the creator who posts daily, the shredded guy who just loves the grind. You compare their edited reality to your unedited life, your bad sleep, your arguments, your low-energy days. Self-help then becomes a way to chase an illusion instead of building a life that actually fits you. And hovering over all of this is the industry itself. There's an unspoken conflict of interest. If a method truly made change simple and permanent, the customer wouldn't need the next course, the next boot camp, the next retreat. So the solutions you're sold are just effective enough to feel hopeful, but vague enough that you can always be told you're almost there if you just buy one more thing. Most advice you hear is one size fits all. Wake up at 5, cold shower, read 10 pages, do deep work. It sounds powerful, but it ignores your history, your nervous system, your responsibilities, your culture. What works for a single 5-year-old founder in a tech hub might explode the life of a 40-year-old parent working night shifts. Yet both are told, if you wanted it badly enough, you just do it. And even when self-help tries to go deep, it often stops at the surface of behavior. Change your morning routine, change your diet, change your to-do list. But if you never touch your core beliefs about your worth, your safety, your identity, your old patterns keep dragging you back. So what does real, authentic change look like? It starts with something most self-help barely touches: self-compassion. Not the soft, excuse-making kind, but the clear-eyed recognition that you are a human nervous system, not a machine. You will have off days. You will relapse. You will contradict yourself. If every setback turns into, "I'm pathetic, I ruined everything," you will quit. If a setback becomes, "Okay, what can I learn from this?" you move. Next, real change focuses on systems and environment, not just willpower. Instead of asking, "How do I stay motivated?" you ask, "How do I make the right action the easiest action to take?" You adjust your space, your defaults, your social circle, your obligations, so that your desired behavior is almost automatic. Motivation becomes a bonus, not a requirement. Finally, authentic growth accepts that the path is messy and non-linear. You don't level up like a video game. You loop. You rise, fall, learn, repeat. The people who quietly transform are not the ones who never fall off. They're the ones who return after they fall, without turning every slip into a drama. So if you're tired of self-help that doesn't help, stop asking, "What's the next thing I should consume?" and start asking, "What's the smallest structural change I can live with every day for the next 6 months?" One tweak to your environment, one honest conversation, one habit so small your ego hates how unimpressive it looks. Because at the end of the day, motivation, books, and courses are just noise if your daily reality doesn't change. The goal is not to feel like a new you after a video. The goal is to quietly build a life where you don't need the fantasy of a different self to tolerate the one you wake up as.